Here we are in the top right, coming from South Korea. Guys, make some noise for LabyRinth!
Yeah, let's go.
And in the bottom left, in the blue, the first time the Night Elves playing here on the stage, make some noise for Dise! Big testing ground for him here right away. Dise on his way here, did play in the bracket already, we just didn't get to see the game before. He lost to Focus in the previous round, but then defeated Jens in the lower bracket, eliminating the last player from the Americas. By the way, I wonder who won that bet. There was a bet going on between Jens and Pato, who would make it further. They both got equally far, but one more map. Maybe that does make a difference. What is going to make the difference here early on is going to be strategies, and it's no surprise that Dise is going to go for the fast expansion. I mean, excuse me, LabyRinth is going to go for the fast expansion. That's the strat he's known for, and Dise at the same time giving some time to the opponent. Took a big camp himself, so perhaps a bit surprisingly, LabyRinth unharassed here at the start of the game.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see. I'm also curious, like, why does he go Death Knight first? Is that the best in this matchup?
Yeah, almost always, almost every player plays DK first. He's just a really strong hero. You need the aura and the coil in the late game. Doesn't matter if it's first hero, second hero, the DK will be mandatory at some point. But especially against Demon Hunter, which many Night Elves like to play, the good thing about the DK is still good without mana. He's fast, he's got aura. With statues, he can heal perhaps a bit of mana back up. Other heroes like Cryptlord, for example, are absolutely trash useless without mana, but the DK is. Funnily enough, Labby is the only undead who actually plays Lich sometimes, but that has not yet been the case. And this expansion so far has not yet been established. This is looking a bit rough for Labby all of a sudden. The level 2 Demon Hunter Harass here is picking up more steam, and with Immolation here doing quite a bit of damage. He's got the mana burn as well, but the Blight is now up, and the Blight is a big help for the undead.
Yeah, and as you can see, the Kobold Toastmaster already kept hitting the tower, which is now a bit damaged. But at least it's up now.
Yeah, having one Nerub though is already a really good defensive setup and help against the Night Elf. Night Elf really can't do anything about towers until they have bears. And that takes a long freaking time. So just having one Nerub tower, maybe one Spirit tower, keeps you safe against huge numbers of Dryads and Tier 2 Night Elf armies for a long, long time. And so Labby will finally set up the expansion, but Dise has a quick counter expansion coming up that ideally the Undead would love to cancel in its production. But so far, Dise has done a great job keeping the attention on the northern side of the map and buying time for his own Tree of Life. And I would say Dise so far has a really good early game here.
Yeah, agreed. The Demon Hunter is really doing work, you can see it.
Creating more space, buying more time. He sold the TP, which is a bit daring, but he wanted the additional resource. He got the staff and the boots. He knows there's no coil to fear right now. Very nimble with those boots. Finally now going to staff home, going to regen up from those Moonwells, and Dise has the counter expansion pretty close to finishing already. And yeah, Tier 2 for him is of course going to finish way sooner than that of the Undead. And then Dise will have to make the decision, Naga or Panda for this game.
Yeah, what do you think is going to be LabyRinth, second hero? Is it going to be Lich? Or?
Yeah, for Undead it seems like, especially when you play expansion, you need to play a Lich. Sometimes when they play one base, Naga second can also be really good to put on pressure. But Dise is going to get full map control very soon. Once he gets Dryads, Dise is way stronger with his army, so he's going to have full control of the map, aka map control. With that, you can't really play aggressively. Labby will soon have to fall back and play more defense. But as long as there's no Dryads, he can get active. That's what he's doing right now with Ghouls. With a lot of Ghouls. I think that's 9 of them, if I'm counting this correctly. So you got to be careful here. Don't want to get surrounded. Remember, the Demon Hunter doesn't have a TP. Staff on cooldown. A surround here could be deadly. Dise needs to make sure to save the hero. And he saves the archers as well. Great movement. Falls back to the main. Heals from the Moonwells. Good saves here. But it's still a stressful situation. The Ghouls are in the back, threatening the Wisps, threatening the Archers. But the DK also took quite a bit of damage himself. He's going to have to run. The Demon with the boots is fairly strong here. One Archer does go down. Here's the Naga second for Dise. An opportunity for a hero kill, maybe with the DK getting burned. And right click, the Death Knight falls. And that's a big kill for Dise.
Yeah, that's huge.
And on the follow-up, can go for some more ghoul kills as well. The cold arrow, the burst of speed. Man, Dise is really taking the momentum. It's shifting in his favor. We got Labby at the tavern. He's going for a surround without a hero. Oh my god, Labby, what are you doing? Do you need to take another nap, bro? What's going on? Oh, that's huge losses. Oh my god, he's losing. He's losing basically everything. Only now going for the DK. He still can't win this fight though. This Demon Hunter is so strong. If the Death Knight dies again, that would be an unmitigated disaster, but he should be fast enough to get away here. Labby really overstepping. Needs to get this Naga kill to get back in this game.
Yeah, but he might transfer the staff. And
Oh yeah,
out.
he does. Yeah. He does, and he does survive. And
Right.
level 3 already on this demon. Great play by Dise, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really hard to come back in the game here. What do you think is going to be his strategy now?
Yeah, Dise for a while was playing quite a bit of Gargoyles, which is not so popular on the highest level. In our amateur tournament, actually, the #1 Garg player out there, Edo, took first place. I still think that even on the top level, Gargs are very underplayed. I think Fast Expo into Gargs can be really strong, but almost nobody does it. Almost everyone goes Fiend Destroyer, and I think even Labby nowadays falls into that category. And then when you play that strategy, you always immediately get it compared against Happy and his micro, which is a rough comparison to live up against.
Yeah, you could also compare to me. I do play Garg sometimes, but I don't think you want to take my advice on this.
Gargs are definitely way easier to execute, but they do have a clear weakness. They can get countered by a Panda, for example, easily. Of course, we have no Panda here, but a Panda third is a possibility. It was Lawlight, for example, playing a Panda third in the previous game against Labby in that pivotal game on Springtime, where he narrowly lost. There was a really close back and forth where Labby also played Fast Expo. That's of course Labby's playstyle. It is the Fast Expo. He wants to play with the base ahead. But now he's not a base ahead anymore. Dise is mining as well from 2 bases. He's got the tier 3 close to being done. And Labby doesn't even have a supply lane because of all those losses earlier, man. All those ghouls going down, the DK going down. This is definitely a leading position for Dise. Even taking camps away from the enemy side. This is a dream spot for a Night Elf player.
Yeah, there's also, the supplies are roughly even now, but there's a big difference in the hero levels and items.
Yeah, no big playmaking potential right now for Labby, because for that you need tier 3, you need the big upgrades, you need Frenzy, you need Destroyer, you need Orb to really start to change the momentum. A little bit of a fancy Dryad block there as well, but this time the DK shall not fall, will be saved. The Naga, ooh, going in deep, Dise overstepping here. The Naga in serious trouble all of a sudden, but there's the staff. The Demon Hunter came back with the item just in time. Nicely done, getting value out of it right away.
Yeah, you always got to be careful with the Coil Nova.
But now the mana is gone. No Coil Nova available at the moment. The Dryad's still really good right now. The moment you get Dryads out, if they're paired with strong heroes, up until the Frenzy's done, this is where the Dryads can really shine in the early skirmishes. Whereas, of course, later they will be falling off a bit if the Fiend numbers reach high values and perhaps some upgrades as well. Speaking of which, we are working on upgrades. First attack upgrade coming for the Fiends. We got Wellspring coming on the Night Elf side, also the crucially important Abolish upgrade. But perhaps the most important stat to look at right now is the supply count. And there we have a lead for the Undead, but not by much. As he's creeping in the middle, looking to get a few more level ups here. Lich is desperately in need of some more experience, of some more levels. But Dise is always close by. Mana Potion forced to get that item here. Ankh of Reincarnation. Not considered the best item really. But I think it's actually pretty nice on the Death Knight. Will sometimes find himself too far up front and out of position and about to get sniped down by the Naga Dryad combo double slow. This Ankh can help to keep him alive. And now Labby is finally experiencing that power surge he was so long waiting for. Tier 3 finishing. Frenzy is about to be done. He got the orb, but not much of a supply lead, again, I must say.
Yeah, and he's got the Destroyer upgrade coming on soon, and the Corruption really helps targeting down the Dryads as well with the Fiends. Just gotta be careful here.
Trying to snipe the Dryads at first with the Fiends, but that also leaves them far up from the DK here. I talked about it before, sometimes he's too far up front, and that Ankh might soon be needed. Naga third being added in as well. Dise got a hero kill on the Death Knight. He will be returning thanks to the Ankh, of course. Demon Hunter also taking quite a bit of damage here, but the Undead forces are quickly melting away. Labby in serious trouble here on this first map. Dise having a good exchange. If he gets another hero kill, it will be absolutely grand. Chasing after the Naga. The Demon Hunter for him, still low HP, but there's the Invul. Still fighting in, still staying in, still finding kills and getting more. Big supply lead now for Dise. about to kill everything. The Death Knight this time will be dead for real. And the Naga about to fall as well. Chasing him, chasing her with the boots of speed. That is the next kill, and that is basically everything going down. So many kills, so much XP, and the end of the game, and the GG.
GG.
Dise. Wonderful showing here. The first map looking really, really strong. And I think they're Labby getting kind of caught with a bit of a sloppy opening. Normally his fast expo play really seems to be perfectly planned out and worked out and executed, but here the expo took way too long. He lost way too many ghouls. The DK was stuck on low levels for a long time, and then he was already behind, but I guess that wasn't even the big mistake. The big mistake was running across the map with all those ghouls and DK and then losing all of them. Oh my god, he lost so much.
Yeah,
lost the Death Knight, lost all those ghouls. Tried to surround the Demon Hunter with Immolation without a DK nearby. That almost gave me a brain aneurysm.
He couldn't counter the fast expansion from the Night Elf as well, or the later expansion.
That's because the Demon Knight bought so much time, created so much space with the boots and the staff. Just a really, really well played game by Dise, I gotta say. Here, clearly outplaying LabyRinth. Something that perhaps we wouldn't have expected necessarily before. Dise here showing that he must be respected. I do have to say though, this seemed like Labby being a bit off. I don't know if it's him not being fully awake yet, if there is a little bit of a slap he has to hit himself in the face with to properly wake up here, because we've seen him play way better than this before. If he plays like that against LabyRinth, he gets absolutely ripped to shreds. But against LabyRinth, he was able to win. There also was a 1-2, so there's still more games to come back from. The best of 3 is still on. Let's continue.
Yeah, let's see it. Maybe he can bring back.
And off we are, ready for map number 2. Dise with the 1-0 lead against LabyRinth. This could be the last map for LabyRinth at RaRaLand 3 here in this lower bracket. Unless he can bring it back now. And for the second map, I have a new caster. With me is Edo, man. Great to have you. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. Great. I just finished my cup, the Masters one, and now
How did they go?
I won.
You won? Oh my god, bro.
Won. Yeah.
That's amazing. What did you win?
A Be Quiet fan.
A Be Quiet fan. I hear they are
Shout out to the
absolutely
Be Quiet
amazing. I think they have great products. Be Quiet, absolutely wonderful. Sponsoring this event, helping us with that beautiful. That's a beautiful performance by you as well. Beating out Scars, beating out Kevin.
All 3 wins. Not a big deal.
Despite Undead being so weak.
Despite Undead being so weak. So LabyRinth actually having trouble. He has the only Undead left in this competition.
That's right. He was the only Undead to make his way into the top 12. And now in Hammerfall, he's going to be facing a Fire Lord pick by Dise. Out of the playbook of Moon, I want to say. He was the first to really popularize this. Fire Lord harassing early while he's creeping behind with archers and will try to look for an expansion at some point.
I think I have a 100% loss rate against Dise Fire Lord. I mean, he trained this pretty well. When the patch came out, he was almost only playing the Fire Lord first, so he knows what he's doing there.
I like the adjustment by Labby though also quite a bit. The strength of the Fire Lord is you can harass at the same time as creeping, but Labby realized, okay, I know you wanted to creep with archers, I'm going to go there with a DK, put some pressure back on you, and if Labby can gather up a couple of ghouls, maybe he can start creeping with them alone at some green camps. Level 2 power up is already going to be a big deal. And so both players here slowing themselves down a bit when it comes to creeping.
Yeah, and I'm sure he anticipated this play by Dise, because I think Hammerfall is one of the best Fire Lord maps. So yeah, that's why I think he didn't go for the expansion this time.
Yeah. I think that actually makes quite a bit of sense. Hammerfall also known for being a really good keeper map, but keeper, especially against Undead, looks like really bad these days. Except for Kaho's Tidehunter's 1-base keeper, which for some reason looks really good. And now we see the DK taking a look across the map where we have a Tree of Life coming up, which I don't know if you've seen yet. It was nighttime, so might not have been able to spot it quite yet. But the Ghoul Gang is in. How many we got? 5 of them, 6 of them. That's a bit scary.
Yeah, it's a good timing for him. So if he gets his surround out, this would be huge. But yeah, Dise playing around it, not letting him get surrounded.
Gets around the lava spawn and easily kill that one, but didn't want to do that
Fire
yet.
lot. Okay, not paying attention. He could have surrounded that a Fire lot for 1 second, but yeah. A lot was going on there, so not easy to handle all this.
Yeah, the DK now very hurt. That makes his position a bit difficult. Not level 2 yet, still doesn't have that aura. And the Expo is building and building. Tree of Life will soon be finished. But if the Death Knight gets more creeps here from the green, that could be level 2 for him. Level 2, really big deal. I know that another Night Elf, I don't know if it was Moon exactly, or if it was someone else, but I've seen Night Elves at times go Soul Burn second instead of Incinerate, which limits the damage but can prevent coils as well at the right moment.
Yeah, but I think Incinerate is really much stronger at this point. I mean, there's one tiny thing here that the Agent of War was walking around a lot, so he only has 3 archers at the moment. And he wasn't building any additional archers yet, but yeah.
The creep now continues. Firelord summoned another Lava Spawn. Lava Spawn, of course, extremely heavy on mana. 150 mana per cast. DK crept 1 more camp. He got the level 2. Same for the Firelord now. The Ritual Dagger was running, so the DK was again healing up a bit. But good movement, good retreat by Dise. Again, not losing these archers too easily. This one will finally fall, but took a while. Almost made its way back to the Moonwell. Oh, Firelord doesn't want to get surrounded here. Got good items, by the way. The bonus agi from these items is really nice for him. The slippers, the circuit as well. And now he locks it in. There's the surround. But the DK is very hurt. So is the Firelord. It will have to be a TP. 1 more coil is not quite in time, but we do see the second hero now for Labby. The Naga is joining.
Looks like a good early game for LabyRinth at the moment, but it's still like not really a big favor or anything for him.
And the expansion can still soon start mining. Dude, the right clicks from the Firelord are so good. The attack speed is crazy, dude. I swear to God, agility on the Firelord is insanely strong. And Labby's been losing quite a few ghouls here, one after the next.
Yeah, he's on the way to tier 3, but I'm not sure if his timing will be on point there. Because the expansion now will be safe, and he can't really do anything about it at the moment.
Yeah, it's difficult to find a way in. The transition to Fiend begins. That makes sense, because Dryads will be the name of the game here. The Night Elf will be forced to stay on tier 2 to just pump out units to survive. And so Dryads is basically the only choice you have. So with Fiends, that's going to be a strong counter. Labby can also go Wagons later or A-Bombs with Disease Cloud. So even if you have Mass Rise with Expo, it's not a win necessarily for the Night Elf. This strategy will fall off, especially if the undead heroes get crazy strong.
That's true, but now the Demon Hunter is coming, so he will have to retreat at this point. And he sees him and he runs away, so this is what I would do as well. Just run away from the Demon Hunter. Don't get mana burned.
Nasty, nasty. Demon Hunter.
Okay.
Dirty burn. The Naga, of course, is a pretty good hero against him. Level 1 burn, not that scary yet. Demon Hunter, great late game hero, but he needs levels. He needs items as well, especially that level 3 will be needed quite soon. Speaking of quite soon, tier 3 for the undead is around the corner. Dise now trying to get in as many camps as he can. Firelord very close to that level 3 as well.
But LabyRinth really keeping good track of Dise, not letting him creep. And Dise is just on 29 supply, so it's not like a big army or anything.
Nice stab. Last second save on the Archer.
How do you like the boots on the Demon Hunter, Remo? Tell us. Do you think it's a good idea?
It is a really good idea. I mean, I much prefer to not see boots on the Demon Hunter when I'm playing against him. But if you want to have a good demon, boots,
if he
real
blocks
good.
the Firelord?
Oh yeah, Firelord indeed. Trouble now.
He messed up the block with the DK, but he gets in front.
Gets in front again. The Archer is back, ready to die, but so is the Naga. The Naga is dead. The Archer as well. The Firelord alive. And Labby, Labby in a tough position now.
Yeah, now it's gonna be really tough to save those Fiends. He might lose both
Dise
Fiends.
gets the next one. Dise about to make an upset happen here, it seems. Finding more and more kills. Got the hero already. He's got the Dryad here to slow down the Fiend. Oh, Labby. Labby is falling apart at the seams. This unit he cannot save either. This was before the tier 3 timing, before the tier 3 power spike. And if the DK dies here, it's over. Must save the Death Knight. Demon running in front, trying to block with the Boots of Speed.
Yeah, but the statues counter blocking the Dryads. But still, he lost so much, like losing 2 Fiends in this situation. Like his push is messed up now, so he might have to counter expand. I would say. I don't know if he can actually go for the push without like with losing both Fiends and the Naga.
Yeah, Frenzy is soon to finish, but Ghoul is honestly not the best kind of unit against this army, against Lava Spawn, against the Brides. They're good against Demon Hunter, I guess. And the Demon Hunter is low level, 1.5 only. The Naga, of course, also only level 1, but the Naga doesn't necessarily need levels that badly. Next Clarity popped on the Fire Lord, nicely cancelled with the statue right there. Now we're at the Ghouls, finally in the mix as well, but no Lich yet, no Orb yet. Everything for Labby seems a bit mistimed, and he keeps on losing units all game long.
And he's the one facing an expansion, so it should be the other way around at this point.
It's a great position
for Dise.
Great position, great play by Dise. His first stage match is looking absolutely tremendous. Labby, who defeated LaRaLand on his way here, now struggling against the Russian Night Elf player Dise, something not everyone might have been expecting. There's big upgrades coming for Labby, though. He's got the Lich finally, and he got the Orb. For a second there, I thought he didn't have it, but he does have it, and now finally has a lot more right-click damage. But this game, up until now, has been all Dise.
It's still level 1 Demon Hunter, so not too scary at this point. If he gets like a big consumable there, this would be huge for him.
Dise also building a big army, by the way, up to 60 supply already. Item for him is big invuln. That is really good to stay alive, but of course there's no healing. Gonna have to pop that one perhaps pretty soon. One more Dryad goes down, but there's only one Fiend here. The piercing damage is almost non-existent. It has to be the heroes almost by themselves. More and more ghouls are falling. The Dryad is still standing strong. The statue heal is really powerful here, however. Oh, the Shredder. The Shredder would be a big pickoff. Dise can save it, though, with the staff. It's got so much gold. Insane amounts of gold. 1,200 tons still to be spent.
The Shredder was really important there. He was lacking lumber, actually, at this point. And now he gets, like, all the lumber he needs. And it's 56 against 41 supply. It's not too bad, but yeah, I don't know if the push won't be happening, I guess.
2-1-1 hero levels, that's the biggest problem here. Looking so weak on the unnet side. Although we are close to triple level ups, I would love to see some wagons here. It is insane how much value you can get out of one single meat wagon only against Dryads. But it's A-bombs first. They are easier to control than wagons, although their potential is more limited. And the Dryad numbers are starting to get crazy. Dise at 62 supply, spending his bank now. He's working on his upgrades as well. Very, very important. Mass Dryads need mass upgrades. And ideally some heal scrolls as well. Those he doesn't have yet, but he does have double healing potion, does have double staff, and Dise still looks very favored in this game.
Absolutely, but the Dryads are somewhat damaged. I don't know how the Moon Juice looks like in his main base. The Fire Lord has no mana, or not much mana. So it looks like he's not really looking for the fight at the moment, but yeah, he will come to defend this expansion. And 66 against 48 supply, so supply is on Dise side.
Yeah. Demon got the level 3, by the way. Very, very important, of course, for that level 2 mana burn. Crucial part of this army, of this arsenal.
And the shop position is really great by Dise. Like always next to it.
Yeah, absolutely. In runs the Demon. Eats the Coil Nova right away. He's got a mana potion, heal potion, excuse me. He's got no tank items, which is not ideal, really.
The heal potion
dropping very low, has to be staffed out. Lich, no HP as well. A-bomb is in now. We got the Disease Cloud finally, but no pierce, no siege damage. Oh yeah, the DK. The DK is in serious trouble. He's given an item. It's only a 1 of mana stealing, though. Getting blocked again. Getting right click down. Dise, might this be it? Might this be it? Not just yet, but the DK just a few right clicks away from death. Dise so close to the next round, the lower bracket. And Labby facing elimination, but the Demon as well with the right click flying in.
Naga.
So hurt that Naga almost able to get the kill there. All of a sudden, the disease is kicking in. The right clicks are hurting. The statue is absolutely tremendous. The Demon back in the fray once again. Dodges the coil with the staff. He was baiting it almost. And the Naga is dead. Labby facing another loss here in this game with losing the hero, facing a loss in this tournament. Here comes the reveal. The Fiends are seen. The Fiends might just be killed right away. Dise with 46 supplies, but the supply gap has narrowed, to be honest. Destroyer will be sick. To have Dispel against the Lava Spawn, does he have Destroyer upgrade? Yes, he does, but he wants to have the statue here still. And still big losses, still big time losses, but it is again natural nighttime. So the Moon Juice is regenerating. And another block, dude. Dise with the blocks all game gets another A-bomb, more XP. The Fire Lord is almost level 5.
It was a great fight by both sides. Dise really microing pretty well, but like he had like a 20 supply lead there before the fight started. And now it's like 12 supply, but yeah, he has a huge lead now. But it's level 3 Lich, level 3 Death Knight, maybe the Naga gets level 3 soon, so this.
Yeah, the heroes will be working out more in favor of the Undead if this goes really, really late. Ideally with the strat, at some point you want to go tier 3. Oh, and guess what? He did go tier 3, I just kind of missed it because the Bear Master Training is coming right now. The Master Bears are about to be ready pretty damn soon, and the Wellspring as well. Dise has found the opportunity, has found the time here to go tier 3 as well. He's been playing this strategy very, very well. And that is going to make for a much stronger late game army. Pure Dryads will get weaker and weaker, but Bears can always be relied upon. Especially in this game, we have seen no Destroyers yet. With Bears on the field, Destroyers will be a necessity. But at least Labby is finally getting some decent levels. He was suffering from trash levels for the longest time. But now he's got, yeah. He's almost made up for it. DK about to get 4, Naga about to get 3. Another big item here being picked up, but Labby also has a bunch of time being given to him by his opponent, expanding there at the natural, and will have his 2 bases running soon, but it's still a long time before he can actually build a real big army.
I mean, the bears are coming, but still, like, he gives him some time to recover. If he gets like 1 or 2 towers up at the Undead expansion, he could turtle there. But still, like, it's level 5 Firelord, level 4 Demon Hunter. And he has a big lead there, yeah.
Good items on the Demon, excuse me, good levels on the Demon, but bad items. Only 1 Gloves of Haste here for stat items. That's actually really bad. Yeah. He could get nuked super easily in the fights. Of course he can be staffed and, you know, staff back, all that good fun. But no rings, no parry-ups. That is a big deal, especially the later the game goes. Dise had a great game so far. How is he going to try to close it out? He knows these Undead heroes are getting more and more dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, this is how you improve against Undead. If you get wrecked by Happy for like 2 years in the Weekly Cup.
Yep.
This is how you get some experience there and how to handle Undeads. And he's really doing a good job there.
We've now crept the entirety of Hammerfall. Hold up, 1 correction. There's still 1 orange camp left next to the Undead main, but that's it. Other than that, we are done with the map. And we have Dise now with a 10 supply lead.
Yeah, the supply gap is actually narrowing. Just 10 supply, before it was like 20 supply. And if he falls back to his tower, he doesn't really have to take this fight now, because his expansion is in 1 second done. And he can just fall back there.
Wants to heal the Demon. Oh, with the coil flying and a staff necessary, but there was tons of mana drain. Coil Nova, coil again. I think Fork Lightning also was in. But you could see the damage on the Demon. Again, no tank items on him, make his life a little bit more difficult here. Dise, though, building up that big army. Upgrade-wise, also about to look really good with 2-1 already. On the Undead side, we have no upgrades at all. Attack upgrades, that is, on the Fiend and Destroyers. But yeah, Nerob is strong, Blight is strong. If Labby holds here, he might be favored. But this is going to be a tough fight.
Yeah, I don't think that Dise will run in there. He's backing off.
It's close. It's close in the numbers. 68 against 62. There's still 1 more camp to take for Labby. He's almost Lich level 4.
He goes for double Agent of Wind now to add some Talons probably.
Yeah, Talons are the best late game unit probably that Night Elf has. Extremely strong in countering Destroyers. Normally that's something that Anna doesn't want to face. High Talon numbers. Normally you want to fight before that. But if Labby just keeps playing passive, he's going to have a whole lot of Talons that he has to deal with soon. Another reason I think why Gargs can be a good choice, because Gargs don't care about talents.
Don't tell me that Gargs are a good choice. I was wondering last game, why didn't he go? He saw the Naga second. I would instant go 4 crypts with an expansion. There's no Panda, just go all in Gargoyles.
Yeah.
And if there's a Panda, just go all in Gargoyles.
Yeah. Just buy his growth, bro. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. You and me are on the same page there, but it seems like most of the top Undeads are sticking with the Fiend Destroyer gameplay, which can be successful, but it's much more difficult to execute. It's a good time for Labby to take a fight, though, because the Crows aren't ready yet. Dise, this isn't really where he wants to be fighting, but perhaps he still will take that engagement. Demon Hunter comes out of the invisibility with the mana burn right away, draining lots of mana out of the Death Knight. He doesn't have much left now. Mana Potion is in, Coil is there, but a beautiful burn right after, and that is all of the mana gone on the DK side. Lich level 4, good damage there as well. Bears coming in from the main. Oh my god, there's so much stuff streaming in absolutely everywhere. Lots of stuff is heard as well. Death Knight in the front line, taking lots of damage. Most of the Fiends already gone. The Destroyers, oh, struggling. Labby struggling with the micro. Another Destroyer goes down. Another one might be falling. Only a single one is left. 4 heroes on the other side is strong, but also Demon Hunter level 5.
But they actually even on supply. That was like there was 5 seconds that Labby was actually having the supply lead at one point, but now he's out of mana, so he has to run. And he has like 1k gold almost banked.
Yeah, backing off now. To be honest, I still think he could play a Garg transition now if he makes one more crypt. But playing now Destroyers still without Gargs into the Crows is not going to be easy. We have a Spirit Tower being upgraded here at the expansion. That is indeed very strong. I'm sure Dise right now has his fingers itching for a Zapper. Night Elves love Zappers. And we got the Crows.
We don't have web. There's the Zapper coming. Zapper incoming. And
oh, yeah, there it is. I know my Night Elves. They love the Zappers. Breaks through at the expansion. Dise getting closer and closer to beating LabyRinth, the last undead in the tournament. Destroyer ready with a Dispel against the Roar, but the Crow's still up in the air. Death Knight has to fall back once again. Big mana burns again and again. Minus 150. Absolutely tremendous. Demon Hunter now looking so powerful in the late game. Takes out another statue. And Labby on his last leg. The Naga on her last sliver. And she goes down as well. The Death Knight makes it to the shop just in time. Can the Lich make it out as well? Not so clear. Lich taking heaps of damage. Dispel against the Frost Armor. Peaceful, as some would say, as the Demon is still in the chase. You can see the confidence rising in Dise. Getting so close now to the 2-0. The expansion is very much exposed as there's no towers there anymore.
It was really unfortunate there for LabyRinth. He transferred the Invul Potion to the Naga, but then she died.
A little bit too slow there, yep. You're absolutely right. Labby, I think, here came a bit unprepared against the Firelord style. It seemed like he had the wrong timing ideas. Was going for pushes, didn't work. Was going for fights, it didn't work. He just lost too much in the earlier stages. Found himself behind the counter expansion too late. The Fiend play doesn't work out, and Dise is the winner, staying alive in our lower bracket.